Direct from the Six, world-renowned, Canada's largest city, with Canada's biggest thinkers, visionaries, and hustlers. This is Startup Talk, featuring the founders, funders, innovators, and community leaders who've led Canada's startup ecosystem right here in Toronto. You'll hear the challenges, the failures, the successes. Toronto's Startup Podcast gives you the full story direct from the entrepreneurs and influencers who've made a difference. Now, the host of Startup Talk, the founder of TorontoStarts, the Startup Coach.
Work-life freedom. LAUFT prioritizes flexibility and time for users. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs juggling work, life, and building a startup?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like one of those doctors that tells you, don't do this, don't do what I do, because this is something that I have actively had to work on. The thing I tell anyone who's asking about this is, I think as an entrepreneur, you really have to value your time, right? Time is many of us go into this and we say, hey, listen, like I'm gonna give every minute, every second of this day just to this vision. And then inevitably what happens is you might, poke your head up and you say, oh, wow, life, that's work, but life really kind of left, right? You might even turn around and go, wow, I haven't talked to this friend in 3 years, right? And I think that if you value your time, it helps to unlock those filters that you need to sort of say, okay, I'm going to show up and be my best for the time that I need to, but in all aspects of my life, like with family, with your partners, with your colleagues, everything, and it provides more balance. So we don't say work-life balance, we say work-life freedom, because freedom is about being able to value your time and show up and be the best version of yourself. And so my advice is value your time. Know why you're doing it and value it.
Yes.
Everything is a leap or a lesson. This is a phrase that someone had said to me, someone close, and it really resonated because, even in the challenges, right, or you're going to learn something, right? Even if it isn't a leap forward, but it's something where you feel like, oh, I'm sitting in the pain, it's going to be a lesson. And then you'll have your leaps, and these will be the things that feel great. And all of a sudden you'll say, wow, we won the government contract. Like this will move the needle. That's amazing. But everything has value, right? Don't squander it.
Where can our listeners learn more about you and LAUFT?
So our website for sure. So you can find the closest LAUFT. And I think that's the best way. Go into the closest LAUFT. We have 7 locations, 2 downtown, where one is an event space and one is a LAUFT. Go in and talk to our team. They're amazing and very welcoming, and you get to see it and feel it. Or go to our website, www.lauft.work.
And LAUFT is LAUFT.
Correct.
And for those listening, and those links will be in the show notes if you're listening on the podcast. I really appreciate you taking the time today, Graham, and to talk to our listeners and to share some of your words of wisdom.
Thank you so much for having me, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to connect.
This has been Startup Talk, Toronto's startup podcast. For more exclusive content, the episode vault, and to be part of Toronto Starts community, visit TorontoStarts.com. Get your name on the newsletter mailing list and check out our upcoming events. For more episodes, subscribe now. And please recognize the time and work behind the scenes put into connecting you with the biggest visionaries, entrepreneurs, and innovators in Toronto by leaving a 5-star review. Join us for more next episode from Toronto's most active entrepreneur and startup community on Startup Talk.